YouTube check. 1, 2. YouTube check. Yo. Okay. Oh man. All right. What is up, team? Welcome back, everybody. And yes, we are here yet again. Now let's take a look at these markets here, guys. We did notice through statistics, we noticed that the ES, it was able to make a continuation to the upside without actually pulling back to the prior day's data or the prior day's highs or closing bases or whatever. And that's pretty much what it has done so far. So given that information, Financial, what's up, my bro? Thanks so much for your help, dude. Dollar Bill, good to see you there. Jen, hey, what's up, Guardian? Good to see everybody in here. Welcome back, everyone. And I don't know if Daniel's here just yet, but based on the statistics yesterday, right, we were talking about the potentials of opening up contracts just at the open of the market and just go because of the slight advantage that we had as far as a 20 to 25 point gap up day on the futures contracts. So did any, I'm not sure if we even had I think the only person in here was probably a Ninja and Jen, but did anybody else take that bet? Calls at the open. I mean, calls at the open for real. Just no hesitation. Just calls. Did anybody take that? Oh my goodness! You did puts at the open. I was suggesting that, but you had them Friday and added this morning. Nice. So there's this. The news came in way. I mean, the news came in right as we were about to close up shop, right? But the Fed, the news about the Fed injecting the markets with $6.8 billion, right? So did that happen or no? It was set to be on February 22nd, and I'm not sure if we ended up with we didn't validate it or we don't know if it was just FUD, but was it actually true? Let me know, team. Was that? What the heck was that? Oh, there's an energy thing on my TV. It just turned off. Interesting. It's been like 10 minutes. I wonder if we can change that. But yeah, team. That's I was wondering if the markets if the Fed actually did that. I'm going to be pulling up some data here, and we're going to take a look at some of the fundamental looks out and about. But first, I realize that I'm on here on the Discord screen, but first, I have to have you take a look at. Hold on. Let me shift this thing here. Can you do it or not? There we go. So here we go. This right here. Okay, so the efforts on the upside right now, guys, are at least at near even. We have a lot of capitalization there already, but specifically, Nvidia, Google, Amazon, Tesla. I mean, we already have around what, like near 10 trillion in market capitalization. Where do you pull the trigger, brother? You mean on a exit? And or entry? Because I really wanted to get down to those lows today, and I'm not unless it did happen, right? I'm gonna take a look at that too. You want to long it, right? You know what? I've been getting that question over crypto in general. And I gotta say, guys, if the whole market, I know that we're probably due for some type of I expected the upside, remember, to 195, 196, 194 is around there, and that would be I'm going to validate a couple things here though, but let me see. I know the screen I'm in, buddy. Hold on just a moment. Let's see. Yeah, there have been. Here is something that's curious. I don't know if you noticed, but yesterday's analysis was, I think the thread was almost all crypto by demand. And that's making me feel something. I'm wondering if Google Trends is showing a change in crypto mention. That is something to find out, guys. Oh my goodness. If there is actually something like that happening, then we could be manifesting this all ourselves. Let's see. Hold on, guys. And I wonder if it would be through the means of like XRP or something like that, you know? Would it be something like that? Okay, well there is a bit of a jump. There is a bit of a jump on the XRP mention. Let me see this over the last 90 days. Okay, there's a bit of, yeah, there's a slight bit of a change there, but I want to do maybe worldwide. It should be worldwide. And let's see if we can do 12 months. Okay, still on a downtrend, 12 months. Let's see in the past 7 or 30 days. Okay, slight increase in the past 30 days, specifically in United States. Cryptocurrency topic itself over this time frame is rising. Looks like it's about 1,250% over the last 30 days. Whoa. Let me check the 90 days. 200% over the last 90 days. Let's see, 7 days. Whoa, nice. 550% increase. Nope. That's the bank of whatever that is. Blockchain technology has about 110%. United States is leading the trend change, and it looks like we are probably going above a trend now. And I'm talking about here within just 7 days. So there probably is something kind of a brewing here. And let's do this. Oh man. You guys seeing that? This is your broader crypto space. And this is just a 24-hour change. Everything is going green. Okay. Hold on. I am curious. Let's see. Coming, Jim. Coming. Hold on. Okay. Wow. Okay, guys. Now the next thing to know, it's yeah, for fundamentals, I want to know I want to know if there was anything particular mentioned today to give us New York the New York Fed bill purchases 4 to 12 months. Okay, we have a 6-month bill auction. Came in slightly less. And yeah, the only thing we have left here is just the 2-year note auction. As far as ooh, I'm not sure how well we're going to be able to sustain this right now, guys. But take a look at this. We should be very careful with how we proceed. Hold on, team. Okay, continuing here. So it looks like everything is actually getting a pretty nice pump right now. Well, the S&P 500, specifically the SPY, is at a breakout, and the ES is touching a high of day now. Hold on, guys. This is what it's looking like. Um, the SPY, that is. Yeah, I noticed that LAES did have a pretty good pump. Okay, now, guys, with XRP, this one feels what's going on fundamentally? Please let me know. Oh, dude, nice catch on that, bro. Nice catch. Try to put that in a larger time frame. Reduce the grain. See if you can see something within that formation. In like, if this is like well, this is a 4 hour, right? So try to put it on a daily or a 5 day. See what this entire area looks like in a larger time. Awesome catch, brother. But yeah, see LAES under that 2 day, 5 day, maybe weekly, bi-weekly. See what it looks like there. Anything recognizable would be cool. Um, but what I was going to mention here, team, is your the XRP potential catalysts. Is there something Is there something going on that we're waiting for specific to XRP? Please let me know in the chat, and I could be able to answer a few other things right now. We're getting a huge upside all over the market, right? But Opciones, what's up, buddy? And also, guys, the CELH play is still going per the plan, right? Got the entries down around the $40 target. We're now at 44.67 and continuing. But yeah, guys, does anybody know if we have some type of something to be mentioned that we're waiting for? Why would it be pausing? What's up, my bro? Good to see you, dude. Hope you're doing okay, my brother. I hope you're doing okay, my brother. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah. We are? What is it? And I wonder if that also correlates to, yeah. Does it correlate to crypto too, you think? Let me see. Because right now the SPY is still, yeah, the SPY and the ES, everything, all the benchmarks, they're playing nicely. They're on that present breakout. The Clarity Act? Really? What is that going to do for us? Tell me, brother. We're waiting for more money. These nuts. Well said, sir. Oh, dude. The Clarity Act will give banks regulation standards. Okay. I'm still okay. Oh my goodness. Guys, you still in your calls? Oh my God. Look at this thing. Look at this thing go. Let's go. Oh, bro. GDP is big. It's coming in Wednesday, right? There we go. Dude, that looks like a 2-day or 1-day inverse head and shoulders, bro. Unfortunately, at the top of, actually, no. That's confusing. It would be technically at the bottom of a trend. Oil and also BlackRock filed for ETF. Do you think that would correlate to XRP or crypto in any way? But as far, yeah, I just wanted to know why there's an okay, price movement here happening over in over in the crypto space, but specifically the broader the traditional markets are kind of leading the way. But are you noticing that the ES or the SPY, and also, guys, I'm being just a little bit quiet here, like not so exciting because my son is still asleep, right? And it's a smaller place, and I want to try to keep him down as long as I can so that he doesn't have to deal with me working too much. But oh, nice. Let me check that out down there. Muffin Man. One of the main purposes of the Clarity Act is to define how digital assets are regulated in the U.S., particularly distinguishing securities from commodities and assigning regulatory oversight more clearly between the SEC and the CFTC. Okay. So this would be, in a sense, more, clarity, right? Okay. This would give it further security, which would give it a overall a better. I think for the more normal traders, at least it would give it some kind of blanket of security. So this would introduce further. It would introduce further liquidity, other than the fact other than the fact that we are going to get these two stimulus for the different for the different normally everybody, and I don't think it was the farmers, it was the whatever someone mentioned yesterday. And as far as the injection as the Fed for $6.8 billion today, I can't believe that's still, it feels like it, you know. I'm wondering if this is an opposition play, which is why the volatility isn't as strong as we expect it to be. Could affect the Ripple supply concentration. One debated provision in the Clarity Act is a supply concentration threshold. No single entity should control over 20% of a crypto supply for it to qualify as a mature commodity. So what does that mean for like Bitmine? I'm sorry, yeah, I guess, all right, BMNR and Ethereum, or maybe even Strategy over, MSTR over Bitcoin. I'm not even sure how much they're holding. Or how about, no single entity. So there is a way around it. A grouped way, but still. Right now, Ripple controls a large portion of XRP via escrow, 40% historically. 40%. It used to be, I don't know if the supply is still the same, but wasn't that trillions before? I mean, trillions. What? Let's see. So to align with this threshold, Ripple might need to reduce its effective control, not necessarily by dumping tokens, but by demonstrating decentralized distribution or other compliance tactics. Would that be burning? This is one of the main technical arguments about how the bill could materially affect XRP's regulatory classification beyond just abstract clarity. Abstract clarity as far as the perspective of a normal participant outside of regulatory practice, someone like that. Abstract would be this, in essence, what they are doing here in this paper. Okay. The highs are being held nicely over the broader markets. Hold on just a sec, guys. Let me get rid of that screen. I need to see what you're saying. I used to know this old guy in the military, says options, that was getting ready to retire right when I was getting in. They called him the Muffin Man. He always used to say, "No muff too tough." Dude, Versatile saying, do you guys think it's only up from here for XRP, or we still might receive a hard drop from XRP? You know, dude, have you noticed? Do you know who Jake Claver is? But am I saying that right? Somebody, I've never been really familiar with that name until recently. And apparently he's like one of these dudes who check out XRP often, and I think he's got a great following. Right? He's somewhat of a presence in the XRP community. Does that name rhyme? Let's see, how does things affect your prediction from last night? Do you still think we can go to 186 to 188? You know what? Let's go ahead and give that a quick look. Let's see what's up. Because everything I was mentioned was based around, it was really based around the chart itself. So this is your new 5-day time frame, the 5-day candle, which allows room for potential growth. Now, that growth would be how? So typically speaking, when you close, when you close a candle like this here, right, like this large one, it doesn't matter it doesn't matter large or small, whatever. There is a decompression time prior to the close, and also a retrace when the asset is printing the new bar. So Yeah, oil can spike, reverse carry trade. The market will drop hard. Yeah, that's what I was talking about, and he was talking about like a $1 target, and like a reaction at the $1 target for a moonshot. Which is not a bad thesis. And I gotta say that it's the fake meat not in the freezer. Is that fake meat? The freezer tape, dude. Fake. Yeah, I see that. I also kind of thought about that too. But sorry, guys, I digress. But what I was going to say is that your typical behavior on a candle like this is that you open up the new bar. It looks like the direction on this kind of came down first, right? So this is a retracement here of maybe around 20% the bar, 25% the bar, right? Of this one here with the new candle. The typical behavior would be for us to, sure, it can always go down like this and pump on that upside. Relative resistances like the one that we're resisting from now at that 194, almost 195 by coming down right at these two bars is a typical thing. You resist, you support from the opening valuation, and you continue to the next area that would be, the next area of confluence. In this case, it would be around 197 to maybe around 198. 198.6, 198.4, So when that happens, there is typically a retracement, back to the 50% of the bar itself, 30 to 50. In this case, you do have an area of about 185.247. I'm not sure about the 181. I'm not even going to mention that, but I do think that it would really land anywhere between that, the high 188s to around 185, and it may not be today. I believe that there could be something aside from the fact that the candles behave like that historically that can introduce that. So, for example, 5-day time frame, just here on the charts themselves, the 5-day candle and the weekly candle both have a property like that, right? Both hammer candle prints. Both of them have, a pretty nice substantial upside here to come in what you call as a peekaboo. Right? You peekaboo that top side, you retrace the 50% of the bar, 30 to 50, and then continue towards that upside. And in this case, sure, the weekly and the 5-day time frame, which are now opening new bars, are sort of behaving in that fashion. And this is especially an interesting thing here because the biweekly also closed and now opened up a new bar. And the retrace on the 50% from the closing valuation, right? So this opened at this point here, 204, and dropped all the way down there to the 177 that we talked about, and closed at this point right here around 192. So that's where, naturally speaking, that's where your other bar opened, the new one, today's bar. This retraced just a little bit, and now it's making its way up. It already kind of resisted near its 50%, around 196. It resisted just at about 194.917. So that's close enough to your 195. But this was what I was talking about as far as resistance, right? 194s. It could go even up to 198 or 201, 202s, 203s. That's all fine. So the thing is that it feels like it still has some kind of leftover business, right, to take care of on that retrace, the downside. And it's not a bearish thing. It's actually a bullish thing. It's, you rebalance, you restructure, you re-enter, depending the type of time frame trader you are. So some are 5-minute traders, 1-minute traders, some are 3. And, you get that, you get the closing and opening prior or right after your closures happen on these candles. So, now that we did get these closures, we can kind of see that the weakness is absolutely on the bear side because momentum is starting to kind of shift upward here, despite the fact that we had another gigantic red bar printed. Weekly time frame. Let's take a look at that real quick. Yeah, same here, right? We're not nosediving like this here, right? Or this. The posturing of this is actually quite positive. It feels like it's kind of ending there. And it did print a red bar as well. Now, the difference is that we're printing hammers. The hammers have long wicks towards the downside. So when you have long wicks downside, that suggests upside continuation or an upside start. Beyond this, let's see, your buy week, we already said that, right? 5-day time frame. Let's see what it is. 5-day time frame. Sure, this thing still looks pretty convincing towards the downside, and it does have a bit of volatility increasing too. So there is still the pressure to the downside on this, which is where we're saying anyway that we would drop. But the weekly time frame doesn't really suggest that. The 5-day does. The 4-day time frame is closing today. Okay, so today the 4-day time frame closes, which means that roughly around 4 hours prior to the closing of this bar, you would start getting a retrace of the market. So expect here over the next hour, 2 hours maybe, then a drop to around right about 187, 186. Let's see. Yeah, 186.070 looks like the space to, and I got to admit here, right? The point on a 4-day damn, the point on a 4-day time is wow. It is in fact 181.648. So I gotta have you guys be extremely careful here, okay, team? So yeah, I'm biased towards the 184s. I still think that that's in line. So but yeah, heads up, guys. I mean, these areas here, guys. This is a zone where people wish they were in just a few months ago when it was traveling towards the $3 zone. I remember people saying, man, I wish it was under $1. I would load the boat, right? And then 190 comes and then like we don't load it. Remember one thing, team. If you are an investor, if you are a long-term investor of this asset, the entry of 190 to 210, 220, 230, that doesn't matter, right? Because 5 years down the line, where is this going to be? 10 cents or 15 cents on a position that's worth, just imagine, right? I'm just saying, imagine that this thing is worth 50 to $100 and you're worried about your 190 to 210 or 220. It's not going to matter, So if you're a long-term investor, these are great areas to consider positioning. Never over lever, right? Should this have further downside, you'll have dry powder ready for that and ready for deployment. Please don't let me kind of cloud the way that you observe the markets and the way that you risk the markets on. I humbly ask that you just consider the time, the exposure of time here, risk on versus hold. So yeah, guys. So with that said, I still see the 186, the 186 bottom. I'm displaying even a 181, which the 184 could take over. And between that, 193 to 196 resistances are still in line. So let's see. Why Jake think he can reach 3 digits by the end of the year? There's got to be some type of catalyst-based event that he believes could do that. I was not really talking about a 3-digit by this end of the year. I was more talking about the probabilities of a $5 to maybe $8 by late December. And that really hasn't happened despite the pumps, right? So it really shows that XRP is behaving on its own, and it does have its own criteria for continuation, which honestly makes me feel a little weird. But for Jake, guys, remember that Jake is running here more on the fundamental analysis on it than not so much on the charting criteria. Right. So I'm running more on statistics and running more on the correlation between Ethereum and XRP, and Ethereum is highly tied. XRP is highly tied to the behavior of Ethereum. So should Ethereum face any trouble, since the correlation coefficient shows above 90 percentile in correlation, then I only have to suggest that there would be some pause in XRP's continuation in light of its index, just like any stock on the Nasdaq or any stock relying on the S&P 500 to determine direction. Now, can something else determine direction and not the index? 100%. Just like Nvidia or Microsoft, Nvidia, Apple, they alone can move the market and the index. I believe that there could be enough liquidity entering XRP to move the entire crypto space too, but it really has to be concentrated and it really has to be mega strong. So if it gets ugly, you think XRP can reach 120 range or lower if it gets ugly out here. Invalidation ranges would start at 140 to 160. So if you break below 140 and start closing daily candles below 140, there is a likelihood that the comeback to the current highs will take a good while. Like it'll take long. Dumping below 140 could be something really, really negative. And I'm not even sure if we have enough liquidity in there to drop like that, unless if it were, for a really devastating event, which we already faced as a black swan and it still didn't do. So whatever it is that's being suggested to bring this thing down to $1 has to be worse than what just happened on October 10th. And that was the biggest liquidation ever in crypto history. So we're talking about 2 times that, or 1.5 times worse than a $20 billion liquidation. I don't know. Don't ask me on those questions, guys. The fundamental side of the plane is really not my forte. Although I could read some of that, right? But I really prefer relying on numbers than relying on people. It doesn't mean that someone else or me or whomever has a better outlook. What matters is that you have the outlook from different perspectives, and that's what matters most. That you can get the information from many, and kind of filter that and continue, right? George Case saying, Arca, it looks like it has only been down that far a few other times, only to explode upward. What was the target that you caught, George K? George K, check out the RS. Were you talking about the RSI on what time frame? Let's see. I'm coming. Muffin Man saying, so do you see 750 like Jake said? Because I'm already looking at colors for my life. 750 was I mean, see the thing is that you can see anything in the charts and you could absolutely control them. I'm sorry, you can absolutely see that there could be some kind of control on it. My first thesis was around, with enough adoption, with enough catalysts, with enough this and enough that, and I also mentioned stimulus too. It would be roughly around $240. Now, I will say that I definitely have come up with numbers that exceed 1,000, but that again, right? That's completely reliant on a very specific set of conditions. So there has to be, no pun intended, but there has to be a rippling of catalysts versus statistical firing of signals that go and fire off in a specific manner for it to explode into those targets. But if it's shown and if it shows as a probability, well, why not? So there could be something that really catalyzes that. Who knows if the money from ETFs really pumps the asset, and during that pump, should there be further burning of the supply? Well, that would be natural inflation, and natural demand would come in for it. So as it increases demand by removing of the supply, then yeah, there could be some possibility here. It's not rare for crypto to see assets beyond $500, beyond $1,000. There have been others too. It's not just it's not just Ethereum and Bitcoin. There have been plenty of others that have reached those massive targets too, and ones that are not really spoken of that much. But yeah, guys, I think that there's a real shot at that. Just know what you're investing in. Never follow the hype. Follow what the utility is. F bump, let's go. The biweekly time frame on. Okay, let me check that out. George, hold on, buddy. Where is? Oh, I changed my batteries. Thank goodness, man. And you were observing the RSI, you said? Let me take a look. Oh, dude, come on, man. Don't you do it. I just went really, really too fast there. From 50 to yeah. And you know what? It's done it a couple times too. It's done it a few more times. Right, we're just below that last iteration. There have been some bounces relative to that here of definitely a few times, and for some pretty big continuation. And there's also this over here from February 2017. That's a huge jump. February 2017. Yeah, that's that, huh? Huge upside on that point. Yeah, it's interesting that we're kind of there, and also it looks kind of, similar. Good eye, bro. Good eye on that, man. Indeed. There certainly is. There certainly is a presence of something here, guys. I can't tell you for sure what, a lot of people will tell you this will or this that or this is, or the certainties behind price is it's not something I believe in, right? I believe in the probabilities of things, and I believe in data. And should the data suggest a good percentage of it, then the good percentage is still something that we have to acknowledge as not being 100% probability, as it still being a probability, right? It's your probability basis is not a certainty. It's just right. It'll probably do this with high with high numbers, and that's kind of what I like to focus in. Let me take a sip of water, guys, and take a look at the broader markets again, and find some type of opportunity here, guys, because we are kind of just lingering around on your index here, and I'm not gonna lie, it also kind of appears to be the same thing on BTC. It's still kind of an even day. So we are totally trading just massive sideways. I mean, good pump on the upside, right? But what could it be? We have in 9 minutes closing the hourly time frame on the SPX. Let's go ahead and check in on that real quick, actually. Let's go to the SPX. This is going to be your S&P 500, the big boy itself. Awesome. Wow. Okay, so as far as the closures, okay, hold on. Hourly time frame coming in 8 minutes. Same with the bi-hourly. And same with the 4 hour. Okay, so 1, 2, 4 hours coming. Yeah. And this is your 4 hour time frame should be decompressing already, and it is. That would be right between the 7 and 9 minute mark, and it is doing it. So tangible targets suggest right where it is for support. Further down would be right at about the 6,870.36 to about the gap at 6,870, 867.65. I'm going to mark it off here for you guys. Yeah, that's going to be pretty nice, actually. I'm going to adjust the target just slightly. 68.70.85. Oof. 68.69.10. This is right in the pocket. This is right in the pocket of time for decompression. It's performing as it should. 4-hour time frame will close. It has a huge pivot to the upside. This is likely to shift a little bit to your volatility in linear. And this would also show, this would also show a continuation to the upside. Oversold average bars were 5.38. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we did 7 bars on this. It was completely oversold. And oh man, yeah, guys, this is looking really good. I still have a feeling here the SPX could run in the next day or two. This is running about 72 points, 73 points daily. There could be a push into tomorrow, maybe right up to that 69.06 to around 69.21. Oh my goodness, is this really suggesting potential all-time high soon? Guys, we may actually touch the 7,000 mark this year. And that would be incredibly ridiculous, but that's just about it. Yeah, that's just about it there, team. I think we're getting a little bit of a pullback here, right? Slightly bearish. We're resisting now from your local resistances. And the only area that could probably prevent price from continuing to the downside, apart from the one that it's at exactly right now, would be this one, 68.7190. To prevent it from going down into these zones here. So should you need to know those targets, let me just go ahead and jot them down here for you. Just like this, and like this. Okay, guys. This is what, this roughly, right? Roughly. Not a problem. So, guys, let me take a sip of water. Hold on. George, George, there seriously could be a probability on that bounce, buddy. I've seen that kind of thesis work out like in and out, man. I mean, like big time. No, not specifically to. Oh man, not specifically to XRP. I'm talking. I'm talking in a general sense, like everything. You know, I often teach that too. I'm sure you've heard. To correlate bottoms on momentum, correlate bottoms on volatility or tops, and they work pretty well. They do show some nice rhyming, and I do think that there is a very strong likelihood that it could do what you're saying. I haven't really focused on RSI just because it's so sensitive. I used to use it all the time, but I needed to catch something a little more delayed, and then stochastics came up, and the bird's eye view was kind of where I stayed a little more. I found comfort within the bird's eye view like that. But yeah, team. Okay, so we just got that hourly close. Oh my goodness, no way. Check that out. Almost no retrace on this. Unless it really does peekaboo. Let me see the buy hourly. Oh man. Okay, let's see. 2 hours. This thing is just so overbought. It's crazy. 9 bars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's only 6 bars on the buy hourly overbought, and it has an average of 9. So this very well could, it very well could make a continuation. I mean, I mean, I don't even understand why it's not pulling back here. I almost feel like it would, at least to get that gap bottom, the 68, 75, 51. But this thing is just like the bulls really want to take on this. I would at least go to that gap, man. Damn. There is a support right down here as well, but wow. Oh, could it be the 50% of the buy week of the buy hourly? That actually could be it. Here it is. Yeah, the only thing that's making me doubt that is the closing of the prior buy hourly bar, where it's you put the RSI on a 9 with an 80 and 20. More responsive. Dude. That is awesome, brother. I find comfort in less response. Just so that it's like telling me that, despite all this movement, this is still the direction kind of a feeling, So, guys, yeah, there is a probability of resistance, and I'm going to go ahead and adjust the target right above here. If it's not resisting at these points, then dang it. Very likely a continuation to the upside, but this would be an area where it would resist so that I could come back and validate what looks like that 50% was already kind of open there, right? At least the 4 hour time, the 4 hour time is, the 3, was it just a 2 or what's that? So 3 hours, no. So 1 and 2 hours. Okay. Oh man, I think it was just the 1 hour and the 2 hour. Okay, great. So yeah, if it doesn't resist at these points here, yeah, we still have like one or two more wicks at this point. But if it's not resisting at this point, then there's a pretty good likelihood of continuation from this point. But yeah, typically speaking, your 50% retraces would be areas of consideration, and we are just past it right now on a buy hourly. And your 4 hour, your hourly time frame, of course, it's right around that area too. So yeah, okay. So let's see if it actually does. Not only that is that we also have around 3 long wicks towards that upside, which introduce some kind of downside here, right? These bullish engulfing iterations here outside green bars, not the best in respects to the trend, right? Because this isn't a top side. So we would have to use another metric for validation, at least for psychological properties. So in this case, it would really just land within momentum and volatility. Here's a bit of a discretion. 10-minute time frame, huge hammer candle there. Your continuation stayed red, but that's because we closed the red candle below the prior bar's closing. And let's see the 5. Stop communicating. 5-minute time frame. It's lacking a little volatility, I gotta say. Even at the close of this hour, it's still lacking. A little bit showing on the 4-minute. A little more volatility showing. No, it's decreasing there and decreasing on the 2-minute. Hold on. Yeah, at this point here, like this would be a great area for this thing to just kind of drop to those supports. It's got that little support right next to it right now. But 50% retraces are usually the thing that it wants to kind of fulfill. So just yeah, keep patience, team. The SPX would drop, but the 4-hour is just massively bullish, guys. That, yeah, like your 3-hour time frame. I wish I had a close on this, but it was actually your bi-hourly, and your bi-hourly didn't show that much of action. It's a larger time thing for sure. Your 4-hour looks really good. 6-hour time frame looks magical as well. 1 hour 52 minutes to close. As soon as that closes, then we're gonna really start seeing something else. Scalping on the settings is amazing, brother. Dude, I can't wait to see you trade like that, bud. I want to see. Yeah, it seems like it. Oh man, the 12-hour time frame. This looks insane. And your daily time frame, guys, this thing just fired off a signal. Oh man. The SPX fired a daily signal. Both of the moving average and the volatility component have exited the 15 percentile linear volatility, upside posturing on both the stochastic averages, and they are absolutely postured to that upside, which means that there's a likelihood of continuation to the upside. But your daily ATR top on this 69.37, yeah. I think I hope it makes it down to those levels. That'd be a good area to load long, because it feels like there could be continuation, team. Your daily ATR top 69.37. We're at 68.76. I know that we could still have like an all-time high here of 69.2027, but I'm not sure that would be in line for today, since we do have a lot of resistance, specifically here 68.91. Keep an eye on that, team. 68.91 to just about 68.86. 670. This is a very strong resistance. It feels like it would kind of prevent price from going there, but yeah, it feels a-okay. Okay. Um, yeah, team. Hold on, guys. Let me see. XRP just got a little bit of a move, huh? Hold on. Okay. I'm researching, guys. I'm researching. Let me see BTC. Yeah, it's a really quiet period right now, team. I think there could be more volatility to come in, or unless it's just what date is it today? The 22nd. I believe institutional traders are now off. I believe so. And I also believe that the upside is also correlated to the risk off for the for rebalancing their portfolios. GC, what's that, brother? This one too, man. Somebody mentioned that, and GC killed it. Guys, that CELH play really never died. Still $5 up. Let's go. The gold. Oh, dude, that's right. Did you nail it? Let's go, dude. Hell yes. Hells yes, sir. All right, we're starting to get a little bit of movement here and there. And man, yeah, I think at least to the 2 p.m. Eastern time, which is around 18 minutes from now, and maybe at least till then we can get some we can get some further volatility, because man, this is like watching paint dry, right? Let me take a look at some news. One team. Okay. So this is what we have so far. Here's the GC. Let's go, brother. Kill it, man. So Alphabet to buy data center infrastructure firm in $4.75 billion deal. That explains that. FanDuel, is that what it's called? CME Group launch prediction markets in 5 U.S. states. Nice. So Google, oh man, Google's parent buys a data center energy. That's the same thing. And in the gold here. Okay. Coinbase doubles down on prediction markets. Coinbase too, man. HSBC recruits ex-city executive Ida Liu to lead private bank. Here's a Warner Brothers thing that was mentioned. Sailor strategy raises cash reserve, pauses Bitcoin purchase, and causes it to go up, or himself to go up. So it is tech that's kind of taking over right now. And also that's it is something that what's his name? Tom Lee he mentioned. It is absolutely something that he mentioned. Man, look at these tickers, guys. The Highcroft mining going up by about 55%. AMC's Highcroft. Ticker symbol HUT, HUT up 17.34%. UNF up 18.45, and QBTS open. I mean, going up by, man, UNF is up 31 points. And QBTS up by 5 points to 19.06%. Dude, that is insane. UNF, who brought that ticker up the last time? NVIDIA Corporation launches a new family of open source AI models. Let's go. Wow. And here it goes. Jim Cramer calls NVIDIA a fabulous company. Wasn't he talking crap about it like last week? Prediction markets are gambling markets, and they push gambling more than ever now. Dude, yeah, and then they're going to open up the 20... What is it? What did you say it was going to be? The 23/6 or 20... What was it again? How many days of, like, forever trading are we going to get? We're just going to trade all day, all night? My goodness. And there's a lot of, NVIDIA, Tesla dominate December trading in 2025. Options demand surges. Let's see. Tigress calls NVIDIA the premier AI investment, lifts target to 350 upgrade. Dude. And Truist rises price target on NVIDIA Corporation. NVIDIA to $275 from $255. They have all of these upgrades. Man. There's also China export news on NVIDIA. 23-hour a day options. Man. Yeah, it's just to get everybody stuck, losing more money. Let's see. Guys, every other mention is NVIDIA. 5 hours ago, NVIDIA Corporation plots $1.5 billion server farm investment in Israel. Dude, when you have that kind of cash, man, he's got notification that your retirement payment will be $120 more next month. What a bunch of crap. Oh no, dude. Okay, guys, so I'm starting to look at time frame here, and the hourly traditional markets is coming to a close in about 12 minutes and counting. Specifically, the SPY. Let's see. And the SPY's daily ATR top could still exceed 689. It would be 691. I can't say that it is going to do it, right? Just around 5 days ago, we resisted right around this point too. And we resisted pretty hard, right? So that was a huge decline. But then what the heck happened there, though? That was also at the opening on the market. And this is not. Okay, several declines have happened right at this point here, guys. So we do have to be careful. Many declines have happened there. Gotta keep that in mind. Gold is trying to break down now. Let's see. Let me see. I mean, this is a rising, an ascending channel. Test of resistances are in. Honestly speaking, though, the downside could be limited. If there is a downside on this, there could be a support found. Yeah, there could be a support found roughly $683.99 to $683.78. Is this looking like a dead cat bounce or a head and shoulders? It looks like a head and shoulders, guys. On the top of a trend too, so that's not bad. I'm going to favor. I'm gonna favor the head and shoulders, something like this. The bottom side target on this psychology here would be, well, what do you know? Still the same targets down there. Right in between here. $683.99 to just about $683.78. You're catching that, Jen? Let's go. And it's also part of that structure too. Not bad at all. And that would be okay. SPY's bi-hourly time frame is closing in 8 minutes. Ooh. If it can make it down there within the 8 minutes, it probably would be best if it did. Let me see. Yeah, it's definitely accelerating. It just reclaimed the structure. Okay, heads up. Short-term bounce, roughly 684.37. The damn robots. Let's see. We're just we're 7 minutes away. We're 7 minutes away from closing the hourly and bi-hourly SPY. And one of these is retracing to the 50% at the current moment. Temporary bounce could be located at 684.37. Validations of resistance could also be there too. Oof. Yeah, right around here. I don't know if it'll just pierce it, but it feels like it would be a slight false breakdown before a bounce. Closing the 5 minute here pretty soon for a retracement. Man, but that looks continuous though. right, Silly Chili? The fair value on a 5-minute? That would be, yeah, that would be pretty perfect targeting. Here it comes again. That was, man, that was like a momentum close on that. Let's see. Yeah, it feels like it'll catch resistance here at any second and have that continuation. It's nosediving on that 5-minute. The only thing that I'm worried about is just your bi-hourly close and the hourly. Those are still kind of bullish. But this immediate short term, you just might as well touch and validate that prior 50% range around that 683, whatever that was that we said. Here's that resistance. Let's see if it has enough. Guys, let me check on my son. He hasn't made any noises just yet. Hold on. Check 1 2. Check 2 1 3. Check check check. YouTube check 1 2. YouTube check. YouTube check 1 2. All right, team. Very nice continuation to the upside here, man. Wow. So we did get exactly what Jen was talking about, filling in at that 5-minute fair value gap. Came in just below the target that I was suggesting too. That would prevent price action from continuing to the downside. Very, very, very sharp, Jen. Let's go. Bless you, buddy. Bless you, buddy. Are you okay? You need a tissue? Oh. Okay. All right. So yeah, interesting continuation on this, guys. As I'm noticing, an inverse correlation right now between BTC and equities, right? So there is a bit of a bump to the upside right now. Are you okay, honey? James, you okay? You okay, honey? Okay. Keep eating, honey. Come on. Oof, look at the price on that, man. Oh my goodness. Okay, hourly time, 10-minute time frame getting really volatile here. Upside continuation likely. Oh my goodness. Let's go. 15-minute time frame. Let's see. 15-minute time frame about to shift here. We still got about, yeah, this is a new bar. It's starting to get volatile. We're still getting that curvature there, so upside still continues. 20-minute time closing in about 5 minutes, 6 minutes. And we have upside. We have upside continuation here. Oh my goodness. Okay, so let's see. 30-minute time frame, new bar opened. Still in the side of contraction, but it's actually pretty nice. Head and shoulder spike could be in that, what, 20-minute, 15-minute time frame, or it probably looks better. It probably looks a little bit better on that 20-minute time frame. It's, man, yeah, it's at that point, right? If it doesn't, if price action succeeds the upside of 685.08, then that's going to be a not so good thing here for the bear side of things. A 15-second. Yeah, you know what? I kind of see it forming on a 5-minute too. I'm biased towards the upside unless I'm getting tricked like crazy, guys. But we reclaimed structure on this, and these are you know, typical indications I'm worried of, because you could easily invert typical indications, right? So, but typical indications do suggest continuation here upon reclaiming but two structures here independently and at once. So, and it didn't do it parabolically. It didn't do it as a like a really fast move. You know what I mean? The tiny, yeah. You know what? Those tiny time frames are pretty useful. So let's see if I let me take a look at the continuation here. Okay. Yeah, your pullback may have been done on a 2-minute time frame. That, let's see, that would be 684.76. It could have come down a little bit lower. But if it continues upward from this moment here, that would be still okay. As your minute time frame is, you know, it is kind of suggesting a fight of that upside. Given that it did get a true green outside bar on the last print. So, yeah, major rejections here. 5 seconds to go on that close. Whoa. Okay, upside validated. That's your 1 minute, 2-minute time frame validation of upside. Careful. This is your range high, 685.01. It looks like it wants to break, but the 2-minute time frame is coming to a close here in just about 40 seconds. Careful, because you also have a 10-minute time frame coming, which could be that may introduce to you a pullback. Yeah, down to the levels of about, if not at 684.90, just about, yeah, I would say around 684.84. Yeah, the 684.90 is a pretty good area too. 92 to 90-ish. So here's your 90. Oh, it didn't hit 92. It hit 93. Very nice. Still haven't seen a 92. That's 93 again. Oh my goodness. Two minutes to go for the 10-minute time. Decompressions could start at any moment if it hasn't already done it. BTC starting to recover a little bit, guys. This also has, oh, you know what? This also has a 20-minute close. Yeah, there are confluent targets there for support. Although I will tell you that it still could make some lower bounds. But I mean, the most correlated part would be 684.84 on this. 1 minute to close, 20 minutes. And that would be 20 minutes prior to, that's 93, still 93. We haven't hit that 92 yet. 92. Bam. So that would be 90 gate. Let's see. There's 92. If you enter 92, you got to get that 90. 91. Oof. Okay, 91. Still. Oh, there. Okay, there you go. It just got 89. Now the 20-minute time frame, remember 684.84 could be a zone. One of those areas right in there. Of course, another confluence zone could be that 684.80. It's just whatever you can find here. 85, 84. There we go. 684.84 hit. 684.85. Whoa, new bar open. This would be the chance for the quick peekaboo prior bar retrace. There's your 684.81. Let's see if it can catch it, right? Whoa, 81 to 85 jump instantly. And we did get a close on the 20-minute time frame with an upside bias on stochastic momentum, gravitational zone. Man, instant rejection. How about that? Let's go. Okay. So if it wants some more, 684.84, if it isn't enough, what could it be? 50% of a 20-minute could still land. I guess, I mean, if we have to find it and it doesn't just bounce from the 80, 81 again, 684, 68 to 684, 84. Oh, we rejected again, huh? Oh, wait, hold on. 684.81. There we go. Bless you, buddy. Okay, now let me look at that immediate short. Immediate short term. 26 seconds for the minute time. Contraction is still in. Just a sec. Really need to break above these levels here, anywhere between 684.90 to about 684.97. Those 7 cents are dreadful. We have to get over those in order for us to have any type of continuation to an upside, or else that would just be continuous validation for downside moves. Okay, what did we just hit there? That was your 684.80. Okay, yeah. Oh my goodness, we're about to be within that range of the 684.68. Let's see if it can get it. Resistance is now effective at 684.81. If it reclaims that structure, that could be a good continuation to the upside. But if it doesn't, and it continues to have under that, yeah, your next zone would be the area to maybe consider risk on. And price action is trying to deny that. Wow. Guys, we are getting nervous into the power hour. You sure about that, son? Ooh, okay. My goodness. Guys, check out this volatility right now, man. Wow. Downside continues. Let's see. We still have a little bit more if we can. Right? But major rejections happen here. 2-minute time frame does have contraction with downside. 3-minute time frame does have a little bit of expansion, and it does have some downside consideration too. ATR low 684.62, and it's right near where we're talking about 684.68. Is that the last time frame for downside? Let's take a look at that 4-minute. 4-minute time frame still has downside. 684.64, it's its low. Nice, confluent. 5-minute time frame, shooting star, tweezer top, potential bearish engulfing. Downside continues with expansion. 10-minute time frame rejecting like crazy. 5 minutes 52 seconds to close. ATR low 684.47, still roughly in line, but that is maybe the last time frame downside, although I see a kink on the orange trend line or moving average. Let's see this 15. And let's see that 10 one more time. Man, this one has an ability to really pop open. Let's see the 20. I'm gonna have to say that the 20-minute time frame would be it, guys. But that's we're talking about an ATR low of 684.27. So should it reach, man, can it reach 27? The target, the hard target on that 27 would be 684.49. Hang on. $684.49 to $684.38. But I can't confirm that would be the case because we kind of just came from there. And that may have just happened. But the 20-minute time frame is indicative of that. Unless we continue to the downside on the further time frames. Let me go ahead and check that out. Okay. That would be still downside. Let me see the hourly. 15 minutes to close. The hourly still on the down. Man. Bi-hourly time frame. 1 hour 14. No. Still on the downside into the 3 hour. 4 hour down. Almost. 8 hours. It might be 8 or it might be 12. I'm going to do 12. So 12 hours of downside. That doesn't exist. So this means that since we didn't get that downside, or if we did the 8 hour as the total 8 hour. Hold on. The total 8 hour downside would be 680.21. I mean, there is something there, but I don't know that we're going to reach. Maybe it does later. 680.21 to around 6. Okay, upside would start from there though. So let's just say that that's 5 hours though, guys. The upside starts from 8 hours. So let's see, 12 hour continues to the upside. Daily time frame, I believe, fired the signal. Yep. 2-day time frame, upside continuation. 3-day, total 3-day upside here. 696.37. Man. What the heck? There you go. 637. Let's see. Hold on, buddy. Guys, I don't know that this. I don't really see the. I mean, if we're talking 8 hours, that's 680.21. But it would be 680.89. Hold on. Let me see this here. I already had a 680.09 in here. I see. Okay, team. I don't know that we're gonna go down as hard anymore, to be honest with you. It certainly looks like it. It's just that the trend on the upper time frames, those are really strong. Your hourly time frame SPY, sure, we have 10 minutes to close, so it's going to close a green bar above the prior bar's close. I wonder. Hold on, let me see this again. Hourly time frame. Let me see this. Okay, so the 3-hour time frame decompressed early, which gives this a higher probability of upside continuation, guys. I think for micro time frame, I mean, we could retrace to tiny little levels here and there, specifically to, let's see, shooting stars almost there, but this is a 15-minute with 9 minutes to go. I don't think I would go any lower than this, 684.38 to 684.49, but also this 684.68 could prevent price action from continuing. We still have a shooting star on that 15-minute time frame, which indicates further selling pressure. So if we did continue to that downside, yeah, it probably would be right in here, 684.49. But remember, team, like I said, we're still in a support area where that downside could be invalidated completely. Okay. Man. Let's take a look. Let me tell this guy. Let me tell this guy to eat something. Hold on. Okay, guys. Oof, coming to, oh, yo, that's right. We're just about 4 minutes away from, yeah, we're just about 4 minutes away from your power hour. Let's see how this thing behaves. Let me pull out the hourly time frame in particular. Yeah, look at this, guys. Your power hour is right around its 50% right now. That would be it, or near it, right? So the tangible target on that, on the 50, would be the 69 or the 68, sorry, rather than the 61. And still getting a pretty bullish stance on that. The team. I wanted to see if I can gain access to like to a CEO of a publicly traded company, and one that probably had one of their companies be like a meme. So through the help of a few friends, I did manage to acquire the contact information from Jerry over at Created Inc. CRTD. For those of you who have been around for a while and were trading the ticker GTII, it was the ticker that GTII was going to partner with Created Inc. To fight against the shorts. And he's pretty much said yes to wanting to speak to me on a recording. And I'm going to put some analysis down on his ticker, as I do see a signal for some upside. So I this would be a different type of interview, and an interview that would tell him that there is a strength, that I'm seeing, right? And it's been a long time because the asset is OTC. It got demoted back when GTII was doing its thing. I think it was in 2020, the early parts of 22, right when it started kind of failing with alongside everything else in the world. Let me tell this guy to turn it down. Hold on. There we go, team. So yeah, guys. It's one of those things. I want to see if there is an opportunity to get in touch with the CEO of Created, and he said yes, and he's apparently really down to earth. But the people that helped me, they're not here right now to for me to kind of express my gratitude towards them. But also a few people have been reaching out to the CEO of Finger Motion as well, and I would also approach him with some pretty tough questions too, regarding specific signals that do indicate further upside, but it doesn't, right? So I want to know if there's anything that the charts are saying specifically in a statistical manner to use or utilize, for determining catalysts or something, right? So I hope that we can get many more CEOs on here with the Arca Bulls, and have them see that we are trustworthy, and we are completely transparent and true to price and true to our analysis, and not the other way around, right? Not the pump style stuff. Just based on true data, back testing, forward testing, all that good stuff. So systems trading is something that I know that, right? Yeah, exactly, Jen. So I know that I can't speak for everyone, but I can definitely tell you that I haven't seen anyone that has interviewed these people like that from that kind of perspective. So let's see how that goes, team. I'm going to be getting in touch with that person. I hope today. And one more thing, guys. There is another brokerage that really wants us to join, and that would be the brokerage BTCC. And I just noticed yesterday that Paul Barron actually has a BTCC partnership as well. And I noticed that I think another one with a few million subscribers also have partnerships here with BTCC, the broker exchange. So wish us luck on this, guys, and we're growing, we're making more opportunities, and yeah, the last announcement, guys, is that I'm getting ready to release something pretty large, and it's been kind of a development thing here with a developmental thing here with Wes. So some of you may have already seen the demos and the beta versions, but this is going to be this is going to be a different type of service that the Arca Bulls usually provide, and we are releasing here pretty soon. It's going to be a market analyzer, just like you would enter like coin market cap or something like that, right? But this would actually give you a scanner within it, and the scanner would be completely powered by AI. And the AI scanner will also be able to trigger the algorithms that are proprietary to Arca Bulls. So you will be able to get biases from hybrid within the scanner as well. So hybrid 1, potentially omega as well, as parts of the market scanner itself. So the market scanner will also have crypto and options. I'm sorry, and equities. And furthermore, from there, guys, you would be able to. We're going to create a connect. We're going to create a type of connect, a broker connect to this, so that with different institutions. So we're going to have the ability to connect Kraken, the ability to connect BTCC, Weeks, Femex, Coinbase, any of those, right? We'll be able to perform a direct connect so that your portfolio mirrors and tracks performance in light of your new market scanner from us. So it'll track your performance. It'll track whatever you do, should you have the ability to connect to your broker. This is going to allow the Arca Bulls trading team to partner with many more brokerages that want to allow their clients access into our products. Since we already have the Femex broker as a partner, I'm going to offer them a free position. And I'm going to use their name alongside another couple brokerages to encourage more and more others, right? So that they can provide utility for their services. Other than that, if you're not able to connect your broker, you'd be able to enter manually your positions that you did for today, either day trade or investment positions, holdings, anything like that. But the algorithm would actually manage your performance, your weekly outlook. You can get monthly reports, quarterly reports, yearly reports, semi-annual reports, whatever it is, and it'll track you and your behavior. Okay, team. Further from that, we are in the process of having a version of me, Arca, right, that you can ask questions to. It's going to be called the Trading Companion, and it's set to be released here, guys, pretty soon. It's been kind of a long haul on this, and I hope that you guys enjoy this. But it's looking, now that I'm announcing it, right, it's looking pretty awesome. But yeah, guys. So anyway, let's go ahead and continue observing the markets here, guys. As I've been so stuck on that, Jen, just like you have, and just like how options has, right, guys? You guys have dove into the analysis of your creations, right? Your algorithms, and that's it consumes you, and it takes up a fair bit of time. And should you not be careful, it also can take time away from family. And trust me when I say that that's a thing you don't want to cross, right? But guys, I know that I know I'm still risk on, the SPY. I'm still long. I'm just up like 6.67%. And I'm probably, I don't know about this, but I'm probably going to see if I can hold the position overnight, and see about how the market reacts. But we're going to take a look at this as we go, as we now are in power hour, and I expect there to be further volatility moves into the last 30 minutes of the power hour, although we're already getting some indications of continuation. But guys, we have we were going to take a look at the calendar for mañana. BTC looks like it's giving itself a little bit of a turnaround here, guys. It's looking okay. Okay, Tuesday we have the GDP growth quarter over quarter. Definitely got to pay attention to this, guys. The month over month is the month over month, that's Canada. So GDP price index, here you go, guys. This is your quarter, second, and let's see, quarter sales, non-defense goods. Okay, man, this is getting already into areas that we want to pay attention to. Okay, guys, we do have some. Let's see. Let's see, PCE prices. And if you don't know this, guys, but if you don't know this, now you will. The Fed actually uses. We're gonna get the move now, Mock. Let's go, bro. Give that attention, team. Sorry, what I was gonna say is that is that the PCE data that we pick up is actually what the Fed uses to determine rate hikes or rate cuts, right? It's not really the CPI. So they use the PCE for this, and that's also information that could be potentially a market mover. Aside from the GDP, PCE prices, and all that, it looks like we're getting. Let's see, that's API crude oil. We have mortgages. Let's see what else. Okay, man, look at that. Tomorrow is going to be a jam-packed day, guys. Very important day tomorrow. We also have, where'd it go? Here we go. Continuing jobless claims, initial jobless claims, and the jobless claims 4-week average. We've already been told from the Fed not to trust that information, so I'm not sure how we're going to price that in, although it may be very bad. Right? So, guys, check this out. Options notifying us that there is another closure, that a government shutdown coming up January 30th, 2026. Mark your calendars, guys, in case we do have that come into fruition. Of course, always have the potentials. And let's see. Aside from that, guys, Thursday. Let's see. Guys, remember that class is dismissed until the weekend. Just through the respect of your holiday season here. So Thursday, let's see if we have anything for the U.S., as I don't think we do really. Nothing. And let's see, Friday, the oil rig. And that's about it. Okay, yeah, guys. So the day really is going to be tomorrow. This Tuesday, is that the one? CB Richmond Fed manufacturing shipments, GDP, man, core PCE prices, dude, ADP employment. Oh my goodness, guys, that is going to be, this tomorrow is going to be a day. Huge volatility present for this It's a delay of data. Yeah, the delay of data from the shutdown, bro. And you know, but the delay of data is, remember, we had massive layoffs from Amazon of a bunch of people. And then we were talking about upwards of what, 50, 60, 80,000, 90,000 layoffs and stuff, dude. So that creates, uh, that creates bearish, that bearish feel. Sorry, team. I know that PCE prices, Redbook year over year. GDP, we said that. You guys are seeing my screen, right? Capacity, consumer confidence. Wait a second. Is it just me, or wait a second? Yeah, on Wednesday. So what? Sorry, guys. Wednesday is when we're getting the continuing jobless claims, initial jobless claims in the 4-week average. So scratch the data being released tomorrow for jobless claims. That's going to be on Wednesday, guys. Okay. I just wanted to make sure of that. Jeez. Let's see. Bank of Japan minutes is tomorrow. Might too. Looks like the move tomorrow will be done 30 minutes after the market opens. GDP is tomorrow. Yeah, GDP is tomorrow. Yeah, and PCE prices too tomorrow. Tomorrow, Tuesday, the 23rd. Yeah, core PCE. The ADP unemployment, the employment change weekly. I'm not sure that that's going to really do much, but yeah, there's the GDP, PCE, and I think that might have been it. Other than your 52-week bill auction 2 and 5, crude oil, and that's it. Yeah. So Tuesday and Wednesday, we do have a pretty volatile day, guys. That's big, and you're going to be up for that. Let's go. Okay. All right. Looks like we're still kind of consolidating here on the SPY. One guys is getting kind of warm here. Just a moment. Coming in, team. Coming in. Coming in. Let's see. Ooh, nice surprise here. Got a good pump on it. Got a good pump there. Hold on. Gotta restart the boy here. There we go. Oh my goodness. Take a look at that, guys. Am I connected here to you? This is a 5-minute time frame and it's getting super volatile. Yeah, so man, I was wondering if this is something that was gonna, kind of happen here a little earlier ago, to kind of invert the uh the uh the bearish sentiment on this, right? So if you look at this from a 5-minute, then you have you have the workings of a kind of an inverted head and shoulders here too, right? And should we find the target on this strategy here? Well, we'll know roughly where this can kind of take us to. Wait, hold on. Let me see if I can connect any of these. No. You did, honey? Thank you, baby. Good job. Okay, I'm going to favor it like this-ish. Did you guys hear that little voice over there? Yeah, baby. Yeah, we got some chips. Do you want some chips? Yeah? Okay, pull them out. You okay? All right. Let me help you open them up. Okay. Yeah, baby. Okay, pretty nice target to the upside on this, guys. In fact, I will say that it does have some existing resistance. Yeah, you want me to do it for you now, honey? Okay, let's do it. Right around 685.70, and of course, 685.36. But hold on, guys. Let me just open this up for my little guy. 685.70. 685.36 or 38 is fine. Oof. Let's see. Hey. Oh, yeah, honey? Okay. There we go, team. Let's see how this behaves. We just got that back test to the support here. Reclaiming the structure here in a 5-minute may be not the best time frame to observe, right? As that would be an incredibly short time frame for that. Make some pennies, brother. And yeah, so let's see what time. Yeah, but guys, there's going to be some volatility here presented in just a little over 3 minutes, and it may be to the upside. As a lot of the times we can get faked out in these situations, but I'm still kind of holding on to the whole thesis of a $6.8 billion injection here. So I'm wondering if they're using the short liquidity for that continuation. So it would be like double the goodies. So let me just open up this bag of chips for my little guy. He literally came over here and handed it to me. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Okay, guys, I'm back. I got his chips. He's sitting down now. He's hanging out. Ooh, nice. Look at that. Let's go. Gotta be, we still, of course, guys, we still have to be super careful, right? But this is looking pretty okay. Wow. My goodness. So the SPY was the one that closed that, huh? We're holding support right now, guys, right below 684.82-ish is turning into support. 684.82 to 684.60, 360-ish. Right, those are all areas of existing support right below into the 684.42. We just hit 685, guys. Wow. Who is anybody long the SPY in here right now? Me too. This feels like, let me see. Oh my goodness, guys. These are, it's guys, this is suggesting further upside, like it's not done upside. And I got to say also that these would be the areas of the biggest, the biggest bull traps, but it is suggesting up. Dollar bill, you're in too? Nice. Very cool. One, let's see. As we're getting, and that would, that would happen right at that 30 mark. Man, guys, be careful, guys, because this 2-minute time frame kind of looks a little suspicious, right? This could represent an inverse head and shoulders on a bottom trend, or it could represent a rising wedge too. Okay, so this is a little tricky here. So watch your positions, but this thing is suggesting continuation nonetheless. Bitcoin is recovering now. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, 2-minute fails on the new bar. That would be your peekaboo. It looks like we did get a 4-minute close as well, so that would be 50% that prior bar again, I guess. 1 minute 25 to close. If this is a bull flag, guys, this is also a cup and handle. And if like I said, if it is a bull flag, then it has its own measured move. Man, right here. So this would be upside. It's starting to break out. Careful. 685.26. Tangible target would be 685.21. There we go. Nice. You have the SPY target at $700, so I think we have more upside before we have a solid retracement. Same here, but for the day, you have an ATR at around 691, and there are resistances too before that. Like, let's see, for example, this, like I have like this target here is very, very strong, 688.98. So just around your 690. 688 to 690 is really kind of a powerful thing. Your 689.44, as well as this is responsible for 689 to 679. So a $10 drop at this resistance is something that we should maybe not ignore. I'm going to put that there just in case, because dude. But yeah, your immediate time, if there is like a huge bullish signal, well, man, that would be the start of something super magical here, right? Okay, false breakout. Downside here, but we still have structure to test. Yeah, 684.81 to just around 680, 487-ish, all structure. My goodness, what the heck is going on? There is such a huge bullish sentiment right now. I almost feel like something is being announced somewhere. Oh my goodness. Whoa. Take a look at that. Damn, breakout. Again. My goodness, dude. Let's see, 10-minute time frame, 20-minute time frame closing here pretty soon. Definitely have to watch out with that. Potential entry conditions would be set. Yeah, just at that prior bar high, that's a one. And then also right at the bottom side of, let me see. Yeah, I mean, the best areas would be, the best area would probably be like 684.91. Although that zone there on the SPY, that could, all over that can prevent price from coming down. But 684.91 feels okay. 684.91 to just around this target here, 684.85. But the 91 feels a little better. Oh, dude. Man, perfect timing on the regression and everything. What I can tell you, team, is that, they're in light of this, like, in light of this upside, they're, I don't know if they're using the liquidity from the bears to run it further, or they're going to use the liquidity from the bulls on what, like I said earlier, on what appears to be like from an inverse head and shoulders. Also, this could be a fake out in order for us to gain liquidity for the downside on a back test. And this could be done through the means of like a diamond pennant. Diamond pennant on the top side. Potential fake outs could be performed at 685.21. Short-term traders, watch out. Just a quick little warning there. We have about 1 minute to close that 20-minute time frame. Oh, just closed it. Indecision doji. Let me see the 10-minute. 10-minute time frame, kind of a shooting star, but it did show like a little bit of a bullish stance. Okay, support's coming in, roughly 684.91. I'm wondering if this might drop into that the 10-minute closure. Let's see. And then also, I'm wondering if they're going to false the breakdown. Where's the queue right now, brother? Oh, for a drop, you mean? Is that a drop? I'm not sure. I haven't checked the queues in a while. The relation between the price of SPY and the Q, I completely in 9 minutes. But where is it though? What price is it at right now? 619.28. Oh, okay. You're looking at resistance. Pullback coming into the last hit, the imbalance. I'm wondering if it's going to pull back into the imbalance too. And it's feeling like it's just going to, reclaim structure here. Ooh, look at that. My goodness. Man, I'm actually wondering if these are the targets for sure still. 685.21, 685.38. Pull back the market pretty strongly, and then in the last 5 minutes, burst to the upside again. Capture of both liquidity sides. I do have that would adjust it. Of course, that would be the side. Me too. Roughly 685.21, 685.36, 685.70. You have a 50. Last 10 minutes will be the burst 8 minutes away. Yeah. That's typically where typically the play that I play the imbalance. The last 10 minutes is usually, dude, if it's on a down tick, you have up. If it's on an uptick, you have down. That's where the corrections, that's where those corrections happen. If there are missed buy orders, Microsoft, if there are missed short orders, Nvidia or whatever, that, dude. No. The orders are being corrected. I guess you are right. They would be corrected and executed. So yeah. Like they have to happen. They're not going to let them sit. So they have to be executed, even though they're not, even though they're stuck or whatever. But dude, there's also a way to capture that. There's also a way to capture that list, but the list is being generated by, I'm sorry, being read by the algorithm, so they act right away on them. So if we had a list or an algorithm to benefit from that read, that would be incredible. Yeah, I'm going to where's the close? We have, okay, the 5-minute close just happened. We have just about a little under 5 minutes to go. That is an inflection zone there, guys. We pointed that out earlier. This target here, it's not a permanent one. It's just one to invalidate continuation should there be enough support there. But it's a soft support, the 684.84. $684.68 is also another potential from holding price from continuing down lower. But truthfully, this thing could, it very well could. I almost want to prefer this target here, 684.68. But on a false breakdown, you can bet your butt 84.38, 84.49, and even down to these levels here before this thing just rips to the upside on a complete false break. Because the idea behind this diamond pennant is to drop somewhere along the lines of this target. If we can just put it in the center, right? The target to the downside would be 683.34. And if we observe a 683.34, then yeah, you are pretty confluent to other areas too. So it's not a bad target forecast. Definitely not bad. Okay, guys, heads up. We have just over 3 minutes. It's not very big. Dude, what is MOC? Sorry. Like yesterday, I just blew it. I blew it with with Prime. You say I think mock is whatever. I think MOC. What is that? That's 684. This is still supporting. I can't believe it. 2 minutes to go under. Just a market on close. Gotcha. I've never heard you say that before. You did it to me earlier with the opening range breakout. There are dudes out there who swear that it's their strategy, like they made it. Dude, stop with that. Buy our book for the 15-minute orb. For the 15-minute orb. No. Okay. Oh yeah, of course. A 5-minute opening range, 10-minute opening range, hourly, 30 minutes, all those, dude, they're awesome. Super awesome. I agree with you, brother. I think I just went over a lecture with that maybe a couple weeks ago. Oh man. The 20-minute time frame has an ATR low of 684.47. It's already hit 70. Yeah, you do. Okay, let's see. Oh, here we go, guys. Here we goes. We have the imbalance coming in just under 30 seconds. Heads up. This is one of the targets that we were looking at for a potential maybe entry, right? There could be a huge peekaboo to that downside as well. Heads up, guys. Big volatility coming in about 10 seconds here. It feels like we're on a downtick. We might actually get a burst to the upside, guys, and just run it. Careful. Here we go. 2 seconds. And there's the imbalance. Ooh. Man, upside, downside, huge zigzags. Ooh, still supporting from this 684.68. Don't give it that much trust, guys. Remember, we still could false breakdown. Let the 5 minutes approach, guys, and then we're going to have a real run. Wow, we still have bulls waiting there. That's right. When the 5 minutes close, my goodness, what a battle. What a battle. Oh, dude, absolutely, brother. I'm so happy that you do study that. This is it's usually around 8:40 a.m. Pacific that I trade, and now these the last the power hour 30 minutes, 10 minutes, 5 minutes at the end, and also sometimes even the post market for the first, for the first 7 minutes of it, 6 minutes of it, and then the last 3 minutes of it. 15 minutes allowable ETF options. Those there's only, just a couple of time frames that allow you. NASDAQ, let's see. Oh, Thought Zeus, thank you, buddy. Oh, dude, nice, nice. As soon as I'm in the last when I trade SPX, as soon as I'm at that last hour, I usually just switch to SPY. This is not looking bad, guys. I do trade I don't trade the NQ, brother. I chart the NQ and trade the ES. I'm risk on ES while charting the NQ. Or dude, I have to chart. I have to chart sometimes. Sometimes I have to chart the SPX against the SPX against the NQ to trade the SPY. So, but usually, I'm charting the NQ and playing the ES. No, no. They're not divergent. They're synced. All of it is synced. They're all mirror images of each other. The benchmarks. You have three per. So you have the QQQNQ NDX and the S and then the SPY. The ES and the SPX. So those benchmarks dictate the entire market, and they dictate each other. This is where you find phantom pivots. This is where you find phantom support. You can find also phantom time resistances that don't exist. You can tell the resistance of a SPY on a blank area by using the NQ or using the NDX against it. So it'll put you on like a different level. This dude, I teach this in the last course. The What is it called? Conditioning. Guys, look at this, man. That last 5 minutes rejected like crazy. Yeah, DAX, the German DAX, right? Asian markets as well. We could use. Oh my goodness, it was a nice candle, bro. Come on, let's try it again. But I will be honest with you. I'm particularly bullish, like a lot. Let's see. Oh man, I don't know how this is gonna be, guys. But if we really just gapped that hard, there might actually be a few days of these gap ups. This is massive. Wait. The open interest? I'm sorry. Let me see. Sorry, buddy. 86,000. May of 2026. Yeah, baby. Yeah, guys, hold on. Hey, guys. Oh, dude, options, buddy. I completely missed what you said there, dude. I apologize, bro. You said that I have not traded the SMT. No, I've never traded that. In fact, I don't even know what it is. Could you we should get on a call, dude, so you can tell me what or explain to me what that is. Uh, guys, yeah, I think I want to hold for the gap up. The position I'm holding right now is just around 14.26% up. and around 13%, 1284, 1379, 1473. You know, so it's I do have pillow under it. Yeah, man, I agree, brother. So I think unless this thing just rips to a magnificent upside, I am presently at the money. I have 685s expiring tomorrow, and we are literally at 684, 98, 96. You know, so I'm right there. You know what we could have found out too, you know, guys. Oh, Captain Kelly, what is up, my brother? How are you? Yeah, this is we're starting to get that thing that we were looking for, huh? Nice, nice. Let's see. Yeah, we're gonna have to give this a quick little read here. Let's see. Oh, brother, that's so awesome to hear. This is a local low. I was talking about a 188.7 or 188.9 or something, and this just hit a 189 almost flat. And it looks like BTC is making a bit of a recovery here. And also, stop it. It appears as though, I got you, buddy. I got you. It appears as though we are at a bit of a resistance here. So on the tether dominance, but the drama rama. Nah, dude, what? Bullish engulfing on a downtrend, true green outside bar. Yeah, let's hold off for a bit. This does show at least that 12-hour time frame. Yeah, same here with this one. Let's wait up for a bit. Yeah, guys, I still have to support you know, the 188.7 or whatever it is that we talked about, right? Very, very shallow, I'm sorry, very, very high 188s. If that fails, then we still have that shot at the 186.221, 184. I know that somebody, dude, gold is still on your call out. Did it go up? Oh no. Oh my goodness, dude. Hold on, guys. I'm oh dude, what is going on here? Sorry guys, just a sec. What? Yeah, honey. What are we gonna build, baby? You're gonna build that? Oh, it's a shoe? Oh, I see. It's a shell. Yeah. It broke? You don't know where the piece is? Well, we're gonna have to look for it, honey. Okay. Yeah. If I'm observing what I'm observing here, brother, I think the only reason we slowed down is because we're at a critical support on both. Well, I mean, support here on XRP. That would be your, you know, these supports right in these areas. I know that's really tough to see, so I'm trying to make it a little larger and get rid of these drawings. Get rid of that RSI. This right here, right 189-ish. This down here, 189.321. This dropped, yeah, relative to those targets, it did drop to 189.075. I think this is just a 50% decompression, and likely downside is still in order here. I have to. We just created a new lower low. I think I have to stick to my plan on this one. I do have to stick to it. So number one, if there is further downside, there is the potential support at the 188.827, right? But if that it's a soft support. If that really invalidates, if that, you know, kind of gets trampled out of the way, then this would most certainly continue towards the downside and really, slide down quickly into that 186 to 184 target. So the actual targets, or by number, right? It's a 186,221, 184,678. So putting in order at 187, 188, 186 even maybe. I would probably stick to the 87s, right? Because of the spreads that these the spreads that these brokers give you here. It's terrible. They're crooks, right? So we have to kind of work around them. But yeah, brother, that's about it. Just there. And if you need any other thing, please let me know. And let's see, at least on the upside here, I think we'll probably get a 190. Yeah, so everything is good. In reality, any of these entries are awesome. These are incredible opportunities. Sure, we have that fear in the market that there could be a massive drop on crypto and everything, right? But I don't know if you heard that the Federal Reserve just injected about what was it $6.8 billion, guys? Is that what it is? I would hold off. I would hold off just for a little bit if it is that we want to trade a little bit of that short term. Maybe just give it some more time, and then everything will be cool. Massive dump on gold to at 4,500, dude. You made it. Let's go. Lotto tonight is 1.6 billion. Is it really, dude? Can you believe that we're all capable of gathering that? Captain Kelly saying, "Oh yeah, I've been loading the boat. The exchanges are telling me I've met my monthly ACH limits, so I'm stuck for 3 days without." No. Oh my goodness. Careful, buddy. Careful. Oh my goodness, that is something else. But yeah, guys. Very very interesting things here. So yeah, you know what, guys? I think I am gonna position overnight here. My personal position here is still just about 15% gain. And I think it's probably gonna, create a ridiculous gap up. And I think it's probably gonna do it because of all the liquidity short that's coming in right now. The QQQ. Do it. QQQ, first of all. What, honey? First of all, yeah, the QQQ on higher low structures here. So this feels like it's kind of a bullish breakout. And this was also part of that similar diamond pennant that we looked at on the SPY. So in this case, 5-minute time frame is already postured to the upside momentum volatility. This is massively, very likely to continue. 10 minutes up, Stokes, and critically contracted with upside biases on the 5, 10, 15, 20-minute time frame coming up. Yeah, we still have that kink there. Here is your inverse head and shoulders. I don't like that. I don't like that it's positioned on the upside here, but technically it's still on the downside. And yeah, I still see that diamond pennant no matter what, right? But okay, so 20-minute time frame still has that upside. 30-minute time frame. Let's see. This is going to turn into a bull flag. 30-minute up, hourly massively contracted and up. 2-hour time frame. Come on, let's go. Still on the up, contracted. Here we go. That's where it's starting to look like it can turn into another formation. 3-hour time frame upside. All this volatility that's presently downside, that's all getting ready to re-expand in light of the cascading effect from your more immediate short. Let me see that again. Okay, the total of 4 hours of upside from this point, you're looking at 623.05 as a statistical target. Hold on. 623.05. Oh man, there is a gap there. We're above it though. Hold on. Let me get the daily up. 623.05. I'm coming. Okay, resistance coming up at 621.06. I'm going to draw it in. Furthermore, without failure, you have a 622.09. And liquidity tops could be found right. I don't see this going above 6. I don't see this going above 622.96 to 623.29. That is a very specific resistance. A pullback from there can introduce, and dude, like within the after hours. The thing is that I'm talking about a target that's around 4 points away, and that requires a little more time, considering that it is, considering that it is a 4-hour trend. So the 4-hour time frame just started. So this very well could hit those targets, but it may hit them until the closing of futures. But nonetheless, I still see it, bro. So now downside from that target continues into the 6-8, and man, let me see that 8 again. Damn, dude. 1 day's worth of downside. So you're looking at 9 points. Should you reach 623, this thing could pull a 612. And the 612 target is this, let's say it would be 615. 615 to around 616. And that would be your buy daily 50% prior bar pull. So upside for the more immediate short term, very likely a gap up into the next day. And that could be a gap up worth around 3 or 4 points, depending on where we close, right? Post market. And then, in light of closing that daily time, there's likely a pullback to come in right at market open. Dude, I think this is incredibly bullish. And the pullback is very, very, very much temporary. But from here, bro, now is entry. At least from my perspective, I would be long this right in these right around these targets. The lowest point, I guess, would be 619.38. 619.38 to about 619.42 would be my potential entry conditions. 619.38 and liquidity bottom, should you need it, which I don't think you will. 619.34, all within the 30s, and 140, brother. And here, one more thing. I see it. I see you. If we support from where we are at this point on the Q, if it is that we truly bounce from that 619.42, right? This has a measured move. This would be your bull flag. Immediate short-term time frame. Oh, I gotta adjust it. Hold up. Nice. Caught the entry. $619.77. And that's the start. Yeah, this would be the start of that upside trajectory. Resistance 619.77, 619.95, pullback, validate 619.58, continuation. This might, yeah, dude, we're exceeding 30 minutes hourly. This is gonna happen into the next 2 hours. Awesome chart. This is an incredible chart. Okay, yeah, XRP is continuing on that downside that we spoke of. Yeah, guys, no entry just yet. Give it some time. This is about to break its structure. As soon as it crosses that, this is your local structure here already broken somewhere in the 189,832. As it breaks the larger time frame structure that or reclaims the downside structure 188,827, if it does not support from the 188,827 soft support, then that gives you the green flag. For the, again, targets 184,678 to just about 186,221. But yeah, so that's about it right there, team. I think the markets are looking really healthy unless something just gets mentioned that throws everything off like crazy. But other than that, I think we are good. ES is yeah. Oh my goodness. Look at the ES. It is above resistances as we speak, and still charging on that upside. So oh man. Silver doing its thing. Oh man, maybe only a 50-point drop, maybe. All right, guys. So that is it for today. Of course, we're gonna come back, guys. I got to spend some time with the little guy here. He's been incredibly patient with me, and but yeah, we shall. What is it today, guys? Remember that the weekday classes are postponed until the weekend, and yeah, you can make a lot of money on trading silver futures. Oh, dude, I haven't even checked it out. I can't wait to. But yeah, team, we'll create our market prep tonight and do another XRP review and whatnot. Grab you a scoop. All right, guys, I love you all so much. I wish you a great afternoon, evening, wherever you may be around the world. And we shall speak here later on today. All right, guys. Take care, team. Be well, be safe. I'll catch you soon. Later, team. See you, Cap. Bye, guys. Opciones, I love you, buddy. Peace, dude.